This presentation will very quickly go over the Unified Employee Electronic Record and give you an idea of the power in it. First of all, the Unified Electronic Record will provide you the ability to save a lot of time because it contains all the employees' details in one single place. All the information will be available for you in one location. Since Interact is browser-based, you'll be able to access it through the internet or through the local network, and it can be accessed by anyone who is authorized to do so from anywhere. There's no need for installation on any PC or laptop. And finally, any changes will require review or approvals and can be subject to alerts and reports, obviously, that will contain those changes. Now, the Unified Electronic Record, because it contains all the information that we have on the employee, will answer some of your key questions that you probably are faced with on a regular basis. For example, what is the employee's employment history? Or did she attend a particular training? Or let's say the manager of that employee comes to HR and would like to see her attendance records. Or you're looking to get a copy of her resume that was submitted 2 years ago. Or you need to know whether or not specific certifications are currently valid. Is that employee authorized to do a certain type of work? Or would you like to find out when you gave her the last salary increase? Or you're looking for performance review results? All of that information is all in one place. It's all in the employee electronic record, what we call the Unified Employee Electronic Record. So let's go and look at that for a few minutes. Now, in order for me to get to the employee electronic record, all I need to do is log in. I need to log in as a company or a particular employee who has access to this type of information. I need to go look at my list of employees, and from this list I will pick Barbara. You notice that I can sort on employee group or job or category or any other item that I need to sort on. Once I've selected that, I get immediately my employee electronic record. This contains all the information you want. One of the most important things is that you'll be able to modify this and you can determine what exact information you want to see on this particular employee, because based on your country, but also based on your industry, you may be able to find different fields that are mandatory in your particular country. So in our settings, in our global settings, we will define the employment country, which will drive what kind of fields are available. But you'll still have additional flexibility beyond that because you can still choose to have additional fields displayed because there are user-defined fields which you can yourself add whenever you need to. Right here, I have the ability to define optional fields which will then be added to my employee electronic record. For example, if I would like to add a field that tracks the shoe size of a particular employee, let's say that we provide uniforms or shoes for our employees, so therefore we need to know the shoe size. So we will select a field called shoe, we will create a field called shoe size, we will save this. Okay, so now we've created a shoe size field, which is a list box which contains the following options, and we're going to go ahead and generate this field. Therefore, depending on the particular nature of your business, you may choose to want to track this kind of information. So let's go and look at our employee record again. Here you'll find at the bottom that there's a new field called shoe size, which has these 4 options to choose from, which I can now track on every one of my employees. So like this, we can add pretty much any field and any information. This could be attachments, this can be documents, or it can be specific data only that you're tracking. You notice that there are some very unique fields here which are not US specific, but the point is that you can actually change and add them yourself. So this may be industry specific. Maybe you operate in the US, but you do need to track some unique information about certain international employees who are also in your database. So anything can be added here. So I have the general details of my employee. I have the education records, the skills, the experience of my employee, the job that she's currently in. Here, for example, is an employee who actually gets promoted this month during the middle of the month, and her salary will change. So currently she's got a secondary job assigned to her showing a different salary and her particular new title of finance manager. We have the leave records, leave or PTO records are showing right here. I can see the balance and the number of days that she still has, the accrual rate, the competency evaluation, a performance review, or all the performance reviews of the past can be found here. So I can look at the detail. These are previous performance reviews. I have her career plan. I have her training plan. I have Barbara's succession plan. Much more than that, we also have the history of Barbara's employment in the company. Remember, as I said, all the questions that you typically get will be available here. You may have certain things on paper still, but those paper records you will not have to refer to if you're looking for a specific type of information. Because here you can see all the employee transfers from one department to another, from one job to another, from one project to another. Here are the different jobs that she's been in. Here I would see the compensation changes that have taken place for that employee, any new deductions, any promotions, or any amendments to her employment contract if she has such a contract in place with you. Let's go back and look at the employee record further. All right, you will be able to see her work schedule, her holiday calendar. You'll be able to find immediately her current work schedule, her holiday calendar, her timesheets, her payroll details. I can find her current pay stub or pay slip. I can find an audit report showing all the changes that were made to her pay slip, to her payroll before. I can find her emergency contacts, her address information, passport, visa, and dependent information, and I have a miscellaneous tab. This will show me all her certifications. Depending on the industry in which you operate, maybe the employee may have patents to her name. She may be publishing in certain publications or be attending or speaking at specific speaking events. All that information can be tracked. And what's more, obviously the employee may be able to update this herself. This is a web-based product. Every employee has self-service, so they can maintain this information, so it does not need to be maintained by HR, but HR can always find out what certifications does she have. Are they currently valid? Have they expired? All that information is available specifically for each one of these people. For example, this is a form that shows me the certification. It'll have a copy of the certification, the expiry date, and so on. So if your employees are doing certain technical work, those certifications will be on the record, and if they're expiring, you'll be notified in advance before any deadlines are missed. So the critical thing about this employee electronic record is that it brings together all the information from across the product that we have, from all your different departments in HR, payroll, talent management, and so on, and it'll display it all here in one place. No need to go look at Excel sheets, Word documents, paperwork that you've got in one building or another building. It's all here. If you need the actual paper record, you can even then find an attachment for it. If you need the original record, that's the only time you're going to have to go back to that paperwork somewhere. But that's very rare, as we all know. Most cases, the information itself is what you're looking for, and that you can find right here on the fly with the click of a button in any one of these items. There can be additional health records here. We can track employee assets, disciplinary actions. Everything will be shown right here for you. And the whole point, obviously, is that we eliminate this picture, that you're no longer looking for papers, but that you will find everything online with reports and the way you need it right then and there.